Hey guys, what's going on? This is Parker here in the Sixgill studios with another how-to video. Today we're going to talk about changing the colored kits on your Typhoon reels. So you can go from this to this in just a few simple steps. So let's head over to the workbench and I'll show you guys how it's done. So first things first, we're going to need a Typhoon reel. Gear ratio and retrieve direction does not matter. I just happen to have a 7:1 right-handed reel with me today. The color kit's going to come with 2 knob caps, 2 handle sleeves, 1 drag star, 1 tension knob, and 1 spool. The tools you'll need to do the job are going to be a 10mm wrench, some sort of pick, and a flathead and Phillips head screwdriver. Today I just have this little nice interchangeable one with me. First, we're going to have to remove the handle. Take your Phillips head and remove the screw that's holding down the retention clip. We're going to set that up here. Now, all you need to do is take off this little retention clip, set it down for the side. Next, we are going to get the 10mm wrench, take off this nut. Okay, we're going to set that down here. Let's remove our handle. Keep in mind that behind the handle is going to be this washer. It's going to either stick to your handle or it's going to stick to your drag star. I'm going to just place it down next to the other pieces. Now that we've exposed our drag star, we're just going to loosen it all the way. And we're going to set that to the side. When doing this, I like to face the main shaft facing up so I don't lose any of these washers in the process. Now that we have that removed, I'm actually going to replace the tension knob before the drag star, because with the drag star on the reel, it's going to be a lot harder to get this tension knob off and replaced. So just loosen this all the way. Set your body down. Now one thing you'll notice when you open this reel, you're going to see a little washer in there. You're going to have to remove those and put them in your new one. That's where this pick comes in handy. There's one. There's 2, and there's 3. With the spacers removed, we're going to grab our color tension knob. We're going to put the rubber spacer in first. And now we're going to put the other spacers in there. Alright, they're in there pretty good. And we're just going to lay it flush on the reel. Now sometimes it's a little tricky getting this tension knob back on. As long as it's flush and you're putting even pressure on it, it should go in fine. So now I'll take the drag star. We're just going to thread this on. Now sometimes when you get there, it's actually going to rotate the reel and won't tighten. What you can do is just hold the line guide and it'll go on. Okay, next we're going to get our washer that we took off from the handle. We're going to lay that flat with the points facing down like this. We're going to take our handle, place it back on. We're going to get our nut back on there. Again, similar to the tension knob, make sure it's flush and you're applying even pressure. Okay. Now I like to get this a little tight, not too tight. I tightened down my drag just a little bit. And now I'm going to take the retention clip. Now as you can see, that's where the screw goes in to keep the retention clip around the nut. I like to place mine close to it, but not directly on it. And I'm going to give one final turn and line it up. Perfect. Now we're going to take this little screw here, goes into the retention clip. Sometimes it's best just to line it up like this. There we go. Okay, first part's done. Perfect. Now we're going to do the easiest part, which is just replacing the spool. We're going to back off this screw, push your side plate down, put the side plate down, remove the spool, and put the new spool on. We're just going to reverse that process. Side plate's super easy. You can see the grooves here. They're just going to line up. Sometimes it just requires a little wiggle. Pull it up. Make sure these lines are flush, and you should be able to push this screw in, rotate forward with your thumb, and it's all locked in. Next, we're going to remove the knob caps, the grips, and the handle sleeves, and then we're going to put the red ones on. So this is when you'll need your flathead screwdriver. Be gentle here, you don't want to scratch them because you may want to use these again. Just a nice little turn, and then you can use your finger. Set those down. Same with the other one. Just a little turn. Perfect. Okay. The reason I said we need a little pick in the beginning of the video is these grips have a little bit of epoxy in there to keep them on. You're going to have to break that seal. You can go ahead and try to pull them off like this, come right off, but this one, see, that's not coming off. So I'm going to take this pick and I'm going to run it between the handle sleeve and the grip itself. One on the end of it and one at the other side. And you can kind of just rotate that and it kind of loosens it up. All right, now this should come right off. Yep. Okay, now with the grips off, we're going to keep the flathead on there, and there's 2 screws, one in each handle sleeve, that we're going to remove. There's one. There's 2. Just going to set them down. So I removed the blue handle sleeve, and we're going to grab those picks again. You might be able to use a small flathead, and we're going to remove a bushing on this end. We're going to put that down right here, and then there's another bushing on this side, right there, just popped off using a pick tool. Sometimes a small flathead, like a nano flathead, could work, and we're going to just place those right there. I'm going to do it for the other side as well. Now don't worry about the order of these. They're all the same diameter, same size. All right, we're going to take one of the bushings and put them on this side. Okay, we're going to thread it through. Same thing with the other one. Bushing on this side, make sure you put it on the larger end. And now we have 2 more bushings here. These should just be able to slide in here. Now you can press down in there with a small tool if you want to. I find the easiest part to get it lined up is just get your screws, drop them in there, and when you screw down on that, it's going to push that bushing down inside the handle sleeve and secure it. Now for this side, I'm just going to drop it in. Get your flathead. Make sure you grab that handle. And there you go. All right. The last thing on the list, put your grips back on. Tighten your knob caps on there. I like to try to do it by hand because it helps prevent scratching them up until the last little bit. Then I'll tighten them up. A little squeaky there, sorry about that. And that's it. Super simple, super straightforward, and it adds a nice little personal touch to your reel. We have them in red, green, purple, and pink, and you can find that all on sixgillfishing.com. If you're purchasing a Typhoon from us and you want to get the color kit from the get-go and you don't feel comfortable changing it yourself, you can go ahead and add in an installation fee for $12 and we'd be happy to change it for you. If you guys like this video, hit the thumbs up button, leave a comment in the comment section down below, and hit the subscribe button to follow our channel because we always have more content coming out. Thanks for watching today, and we'll see you in the next one.